I think we're live. G'day, mates. This is Perceive Awakening here, and I'm here today with my stream mates as last time. Well, Awakening Process Room, or since the stream's name is Awakening Procession, so yeah, you guys there?
So,
Yeah.
Awesome. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and check if the stream's even on. Let me see.
It is.
Just let me make sure everything is as it is. Then I can worry about other things. And if anyone's dead at the moment, please come back alive. Except for Trick. Okay, gonna be on mute for a few seconds.
okay.
Let's see what's going on.
Cat, your mic alright? Cancer.
Oh wait, are we streaming right now? I don't know. Is the stream going?
Yes.
Okay, all good. We are ready to go. Fuck off.
I don't think anyone's in the chat yet, though.
Anyone's in the what? Chat? Okay, I'm going to send it to Judy Tarlos and let's see what the fuck he says.
No, not this yet.
Okay.
Who is watching? No one's watching it.
No one's watching yet.
But they can always play it back.
Okay, so just going to copy and send it to my mates on OIF.
Oh god.
Hopefully they don't. Never mind. They'll just be there. Where the fuck are you? Okay, there you are. Okay, so begin the discussion. I'll just tag along. Go on. Please.
Ow! My rib cage!
I was like, what the fuck?
It hurt so bad! I actually think I might have messed up my rib. Oof. Oof. Is everyone here still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you, okay.
Oh, so do you guys know about CERN? Because I really don't know that much about CERN. Yeah, Tarvos, we're back. And my rib cage is broken, so every time I laugh, I'm gonna be making a weird noise. Have fun with that.
Indeed. Okay, Saul, say your first word.
This is going.
Saul, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Well, that is that.
You tell
Yes, we're going to get into that. Okay, so Tarvos said, oh god, not this again, I has flu some ago. Okay, Tarvos. Why? Okay, if you have flu, why are you even online? Okay, anyways, with all ridiculousness aside, let's get on to our topic.
This isn't going so well, is it?
Not
Which topic are we talking about first?
here the ones.
I don't know anything about the Chris Cornell thing, so
I
and
mean,
you guys.
we have that covered. I mean, Kat does, Tycoon does when she comes along.
Well, what I know about it is that Chester Bennington, his biological father, is I forget his name at the moment, but he was about to expose knowledge about Chris Cornell, and his biological father pretty much got him killed. It was not a suicide.
Technically.
It was just
And also this, take a look at the geometry equations that just go to Truth Seeker's Instagram and see the equations that he made and aligned it with, the number of days he had between, his bandmate's death and Chris Cornell's death. They align like into a certain number that is considered like kind of like, a checkpoint for some sort of event. Like, 47, 37, 69, 3366, all that stuff.
see, now I can't tell if it's a Masonic ritual
Indeed.
that he was like himself like willing to do, or if it was like what his father John Podesta, a Pizzagate rapist.
Yes, that's what we know so far. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and I will link you guys to it later on. So, okay, Truth Seeker, don't give me a copyright strike for this.
Here we have Chester Bennington, the Freemason ritual sacrifice for the Black Sun, the solar eclipse. 2 days ago, I said that there would be a ritual sacrifice of a famous musician in ritual to Donald Trump's Made in America week. It is 33 days until the Black Sun, the solar eclipse over the United States. And of course, 33 is a number of Freemason obsession. Chester Bennington had a band member kill himself on his tour bus on December 3rd. From his death to the death of his band member, December 3rd, 137 days. Of course, 137, the 33rd prime. From his band member's death in 2015, 595 days. Linkin Park's last album released on 5/19. From his death to the date 9/5, 47 days. Of course, the Freemason compass set at 47 degrees. The tropics that mark the path of the sun, 47 degrees apart. Here we have Chester Bennington.
Yes, so we just went through the video of Chester Bennington and his alignment with his death.
Indeed. There's also another thing about Linkin Park's one album, Jay-Z Linkin Park Collision Course, and there's like some satanic things, I guess, about it that Truth Seeker also put up there.
To be honest, Jay-Z and Linkin Park's, collaboration for Numb Slash and Core wasn't... I didn't really like it. It kind of made me feel uncomfortable. From an honest standpoint here.
Yeah, I don't really like that one
either. When it comes to Linkin Park, it's just all the original stuff that I like Hypertheory and Meteora. Like Minutes to Midnight was okay, so was Thousand Suns, and yeah, Living Things was excellent.
Indeed.
But the ones that stood out the most were Hypertheory and Meteora.
Yes. So should we move this topic along?
Indeed. Well, that's not the only thing we had on 720. There was also O.J. Simpson, or whatever his name is. To be honest, I don't have much intel on that, but and also not only that, it was that John McCain had brain cancer.
Whoa, wait, what?
John McCain.
Yeah, he has brain cancer.
Yeah, and that was that was revealed,
Target.
and yeah, that was revealed on 7/20, 20th of July.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Frankie boy. You are a good source. I mean, good source provider. Isaac, are you getting killed?
My rib cage. Oh my god. I just bent over.
Oh, Joy is finally here.
Oh, Joy.
Been a long time, Joy.
Joyous. We're in the middle of stream. Well, not middle, but.
Yes, we're in the middle of a stream, Joy. Just making sure you know that. Just in case if you get uncomfortable, that is.
So I don't know much.
Cat, you died again. Cat, you died. Okay, go on.
I don't know much about CERN, but I know you do.
Yeah. Yes, and this is what I know about CERN. I don't know if I discussed about this in my last stream, and if I do, then just move along. But here's what I know about CERN. It's mostly about the Mandela effect that you should know about, but at the same time, there are other things within CERN that you should also notice. Like, for example, the WWW, the World Wide Web. There's a very specific reason they even invented or created that for the whole world to use. It's not just for so that people can browse and stuff. It's also because, a way of manipulation, a way of control, microchipped population. But of course, now that since they've advanced a lot, since they've advanced a lot, now they have access to research and experiments. I mean, obviously they did that back in the day as well, but now the main focus is kind of with being surreptitious. Like, with the experience they mainly do, you don't go out notice that much, except for the Mandela effect. But whatever goes inside the Hadron Collider, and also there's this statue right next to CERN headquarters, and that I don't know what's the name of that Hindu god, but it was some but something like Shiva or something. I'm not sure. I may be wrong, but it's something like that. And some theorize that Hadron Collider is actually a portal to let Satan access and come to this dimension.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
They actually had a video that really had a lot of symbolism in it. CERN did it.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And
The one with like the dancing and then like Satan in the background.
And
there was like a guy with a sign and it said like something Nelson Mandela, but in weird coded. I don't know.
Yeah, well, here's another thing that we all should keep in mind is that back in 2000, when John Titor came to this timeline, he explicitly mentioned that CERN will be in control of the whole world after World War III.
Well, you're fucked.
I mean, there's even an anime about it. I mean, yes, they made it way more ridiculous in the anime. It's called Steins Gate. If any of you ever even watched it or heard about it. You did, Isaac?
Yeah.
Oh. What do you think about it?
That's the one where like the portal to another dimension appears in the middle of a city in Tokyo, and then like freaking dragons come through, or am I thinking about something else?
No, it's not that. Steins Gate is something else. It's about, the very first episode is about, this college student called Okarin or something. That was his name, I think. And he has this like persona where whenever he tries to like come with his own style, he just says, "I am I don't know how to even pronounce it. Hyoin Kyoma." And the way
Yeah.
and he like messes up his own timeline. He changes and creates paradox in his own timeline by sending text messages to the past.
It reminds me of the what is it? The Stargate thing.
Yeah,
In the movie and all about that.
yeah. And what happens is that he technically creates a whole mess after he like sends the text. And after that, yeah, it's all about John Titor after that. But at the same time, they add more ridiculous like they usually would in an anime. But yeah, after a while, they do like get the notice that John Titor was like in the year 1975 to get IBM 5100 because of the Y38K problem, just like the Y2K problem. Which is actually like not that big of a problem, to be honest. It was just computers just not updating to the year 2000, just going back to 1900. That's all it is. I mean people were exaggerating when it was like nearing 2000. They were like really paranoid and freaking out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really know that much about John Titor, but that's not good.
Yeah, but this Y38K problem is actually going to happen, because you can even go on Wikipedia and find this. Just I think it's something like Y36 or Y38K problem. Just you Google it.
Yeah, it's come up. It's like auto finished.
Yeah. So yeah, he took the IBM 5100 for that, so that he could like fix the problem that computers would have the error of not updating after 2037. What's peculiar, I mean, this is peculiar, but at the same time it kind of makes sense. But he said that people use typewriters in his timeline.
That's interesting.
They're
like.
it would make sense because it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic setting after World War III. And we were talking about post-World War III.
Wait, he said he came after World War III?
Yes, he came out. According to him, in his timeline, World War III broke out in 2015.
Damn.
I mean, we haven't had a World War III yet, but
maybe it's an alternate timeline, parallel universe.
Of course,
like that.
yeah, that's what he said. That this may or may not even happen. Because he said that all these predictions might or might not even happen. Because he talks about a civil war happening in America in the mid 2000s, like 2005 or so, and that a president similar to Lincoln would be elected, but no, that did not happen.
Yeah, so that seems like a completely different timeline.
Yeah, I mean, he did mention that it might not even happen.
Which would make sense though, because whenever you're like traveling between timeline, or whenever you're traveling in time, you're not really going back in time.
So just traveling to a different universe.
Yeah. So he probably thought he was...
There will be. I mean, he was right about the American Civil War, but the thing is, we're just in different timelines, so it's going to happen way, way later.
Hopefully not at all.
I mean, even if we have a civil war, we're still going to be stuck inside a stupid system.
Yep, probably even worse.
I mean, chances are most likely that the revolution will be caused by a Freemason agent. I mean, that's no kidding. If there's a revolution coming out, it will be caused by a Freemason agent.
Everything has a time.
Indeed. Huh? Okay, let's get out of this awkward silence.
Rawr.
So, Astral Projection?
We're still not going to that yet. I haven't finished.
Okay.
Sorry, but I have to. Yeah, so American Civil War hasn't happened yet, but it might happen soon enough, and it won't be really that gloomy if it does. But World War III, we're quite near it. We can't deny that. We're quite near it.
I thought in like 2015, everybody kept saying that China was gonna attack us because the debt that we were in.
John Titor said that Russia would fire missiles at America, killing 300 million people.
The China one.
I mean, this is what John Titor.
What?
You also have to remember that the China one was probably like a scare tactic.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, China can't really care that much because they themselves have a growing economy. I mean, they themselves are very, very rich.
Their stock market crashed like a year ago or something like that.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, they got more stuff to worry about. Richard!
I mean, most of the things are made in China. China's like the world's largest, product provider.
Yep.
Israel, my thoughts on Israel will always be the same. They're a puppet state, a puppet remote place, that's all they are. They're just like, United States. I mean, it all started from the UK, of course, because they were all situated in the UK.
Frankie, what about Israel?
So, as I was saying, let me just, finish this one up. So, as I was saying, that what John Titor said is that that World War III would end with Russia firing missiles at America, killing 300 million Americans. And that after the war, USA would no longer be USA, but it would be like divided into like different countries. Cat, I think you died. I mean, Palestine is in a civil war, as far as I know. Not sure. Do you correct?
Always.
I mean, Palestine is being taken over by Israel. So what I was saying, that Russia, John Titor predicted that the World War III would end with Russia firing missiles in America, killing 300 million Americans, and then it would break up into like different countries.
Wow, I really had
And I think we might see that happen because America's relationship with America, or America's ties with Russia at the moment, is kind of about to kind of like here and there. I mean, only Trump is there too. I mean, it's kind of strong because of Trump, but at the same time, it's fucked too.
Yeah, completely. And I could totally see America breaking up into, like...
Yeah, that's bound to happen.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, what was it? Someone, like, threatened to leave, like...
I mean, just look at, the Roman Empire. It was so great and stuff, but it fell down.
Yep. You can't rule like this. Can't rule.
The Roman Empire was
That was
pretty
wrong.
big, pretty big. It was like most of Europe. Most of Europe was under the Roman Empire, and then bam, rest in peace. That's because of politics and stupid economy. I mean, mostly politics. Because the economy is there because of politics. Excuse me. So now we can hop on to Astral Projection. Kenny? Ken?
Okay, what about astral projection?
Yeah, you're the expert at that.
I mean, I guess. I haven't been there, just look at it a lot, you know?
I mean, just explain that whatever you explained the other day about astral projection.
Okay, so supposedly there are 11 different dimensions above us, and thousands of different subplanes, and the dimension right above us is the real time. It's not. It's like more like a subplane. It's not really the astral dimension. The astral dimension is like more vivid, and it's like more things going on. It's more separated from reality. But the real time plane is like more like present day things that are actually going around. You're basically a ghost. You're not separate away from reality. You're just in a different body. So you're like in an energetic body, not a physical body. So most people won't be able to see you. You're just
it's
unless
influenced
they're
by people's thoughts as well.
Yeah, unless they're like more sensitive and like intuitive to energy. But that's pretty much it. That's where most people go when they first astral project, to the real time plane.
And then what about the other planes?
The other planes, they have specific names supposedly, but I haven't really looked into all of them yet. But just mostly like looking into the astral dimension right now and then different things about it.
I see.
This would be way easier if people were like asking questions in the chat.
If people were like asking questions in the live chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I mean, just send the link on Kick.
Frank, this most likely a dimension like that. Oh, did everyone die?
No.
No.
It's probably just a really, really, really low dimension, aka like hell or something.
It's an evil dimension. I mean, it depends on how you perceive a dimension. I mean,
an evil dimension. There, it's all about your mindset, basically.
I mean,
your subconscious will create what you believe to be an evil dimension, quote unquote.
I mean, there could be like demons and stuff, you know, hanging around in the astral plane, astral entities.
Only if you believe those to be demons.
Yeah, true.
Shadow beings, some people think those are demons, and some people think astral projection is demonic, but shadow beings are nothing more than like lower entities trying to survive based off your energy, your negative energy that you have, if you have any, that is. That's why some people see them when they get sleep paralysis or they astral project, because they have these entities leech to their aura and stuff like that.
And a lot of like spirits, they actually try to like talk to humans and everything, but like a lot of people just see them.
Yeah, that's why people get synchronicity and like the ringing in their ears and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, whenever like they see one.
No, if like an entity or like a spirit is trying to like contact them or something like that. If they are powerful enough, that is, to actually give you like a physical effect.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Indeed.
I got that yesterday too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I hate getting that. Cause sometimes they say don't acknowledge it because it might be like bad spirits or something.
Yeah, it could be.
chasing after you or something like that. But then other time I just feel like I should like try and like tune in, but it doesn't usually work. So
What do you mean acknowledge the ringing?
yeah, like if I try like acknowledge it, it just like goes away pretty much.
So like, oh shit. He's actually.
What happened?
What?
What happened?
I don't know.
What do you mean,
What do you mean happened?
Frank?
Okay, I think Cat died.
Hello?
No, you still there. You're not. You're alive.
Okay. Alright, good.
Frankie boy, you there?
Yeah.
So.
Should we talk about schooling, or should we just continue with this?
I mean, I would want to continue.
Talk about school.
I mean, I would want to continue that topic when Tikkun comes along,
Yeah.
or else we would
Where'd
miss
she
the.
go?
She went to watch Game of Thrones.
Mm.
I'm gonna go watch Supernatural and eat some nachos, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, Isaac, enjoy your nachos,
I will.
Don't choke.
and don't let your dog steal your nachos.
I mean, if anybody's curious about astral projection and things like that, there's a free book you can get that was published in 1999 by Robert Bruce, astral projection expert. He's been astral projecting supposedly ever since he was 3. So he has an entire book called Astral Dynamics, and you can find it online easily.
Yeah, you sent the book once, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the book I picked up like speaks about the history and everything, and
Ooh.
I haven't read that deep into it yet, but that'll be interesting.
The Soul Flight book.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that one.
Well, since that's on for now, we have time for other. Do you guys know of any other time travelers?
No, I do.
I mean, how do you know of a time traveler?
I mean, based on like popular popular sightseeings or sightseers.
Honestly, I saw a picture one time of a person that he was supposedly a time traveler that went to the past, and when they had just made cameras, right? So he was in one of like the pictures or something. You could see him, and yeah, his clothes were completely different, like from everybody else.
Interesting.
It was black and white, and I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Cat eye.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah, it is very, very strange. I mean, what are other ways that you could try and time travel? I mean, not long ago, did you guys ever think about, you could like time travel by changing the date of your computer?
Maybe.
I mean, if
I know that you can. There's like dimensions in your organs. So if you're meditating and you just focus in on like your heart or something like that, then you can find like a dimension like in that. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Because everything's a universe.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's true.
Indeed. Precisely.
I've done that before, and supposedly I like did my heart, and there's like a locked door pretty much that you have to get into, and they like have to give you access to it. And there was this like being talking to me pretty much, and he was like, "No, you're not ready to go in yet." So I was like, "Okay, I'll come back later, broski." But I don't know. You just have to be like completely at peace of mind and everything to like get in there. That's what he said. I think I had like too many thoughts going through my head at that time. I like wasn't completely there.
So were you just meditating, and then you were?
I was meditating for quite a long time. I was trying to get to theta waves.
Oh wow, that's quite fun.
When all your thoughts are completely gone, and once your thoughts are completely gone, whatever thoughts that do come in that may interest you, that means they're probably you should look into them deeper, maybe. So
Yeah.
is it possible to make a time machine right now? Personally, I don't think a time machine is a physical thing or ever will be a physical thing.
Could be. It could be though, because I mean, there's a big possibility that there could be a physical time machine, but it'll be based on maybe quantum mechanics most probably.
Yeah, it's hard to even like go about what that would even be.
So are we gonna?
I mean, unless the portal that CERN makes takes you back in time, then I don't know.
I mean, you never know. It said that it's like sped up the Earth a bit.
If we time travel, it would be all of us at once collectively, probably. We wouldn't even notice.
And that's kind of like related to the Mandela effect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sort of.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Certain things disappearing or remembering something, like Bernstein Bears' title being something else.
Like certain things.
Yeah, that's really weird because the author's last name just changes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it did?
Well, yeah, because Bernstein Bears, like the author's last name was Bernstein or Bernstein or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that can happen.
Strangely.
Yes, going too fast is dangerous because it creates distortions.
It's almost like time travel is pretty much pointless.
Time travel is what?
Pointless, pretty much, because you don't know what kind of timeline you're gonna end up in.
Maybe it's kind of like here, there, pointless, kind of like there's a point. Oh, pointless. It could be either way.
I mean, I think time travel is mostly based off, like, within the movies and media, stuff like that, believing that time is linear and it's not actually multiple different possibilities and rifts that can happen.
I mean, I don't think it's linear.
I mean, no, I'm talking about media projection of time travel.
Like, Back to the Future.
Yeah. It's true, Frank.
No, actually, here's what I believe. If you change something, you're just changing things for that universe, not for your own universe. Because, like I said, you're traveling to a different universe.
Oh, yeah, so if you did change something, then it will just continue to be changed in that universe. But if you go back to yours, then it won't be changed. It's separate.
Like, let's say you went to the past and you killed your father, then you wouldn't be killing your father. You'd be killing another stranger.
Yeah, that's why I think it's like kind of pointless, because if you're just going to another dimension to try and fix something, and then you go back to yours,
nothing will change.
Have like a rippling effect.
But
that is time does work that way.
But here's what you could do though: if you could go to another universe and learn some of their concepts and get it back to your own universe.
I would just like stay in a nice universe. I don't know.
And that's kind of scary, but at the same time, it's interesting.
Yeah, meet your doppelganger and just create like a rift.
Yeah,
Supposedly everybody has a doppelganger.
we all do. We all have infinite doppelgangers.
I mean, are we talking genetically here? Or are we talking like time travel?
Well, I don't know.
We're just talking about, the probability of infinity. Like anything and anything and everything is possible.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about infinite doppelgangers, then you're probably talking about genetics.
Not just genetics. Could be anything. Not just
Oh,
genetically.
yeah, that's true, because the more universes you visit, obviously there's going to be more of yourself.
I mean, but would it even be yourself? Like, what is you anyway?
I mean, the only you is the you that you know, like, that you're perceiving at the moment, the you that you're seeing, the you that you're experiencing now.
I mean, it's what you physically associate yourself to be, pretty much.
It's-
Because in other universes, there might be another you that looks like you, but
It's not
spiritually, it's not you.
because
Yeah.
you are you. You are just you here, the one you are here now. You are the one that's doing just you now.
Well, I mean, and two, it's like your consciousness is connected to your physical self.
I mean,
right
could
now,
be
so if you met
connected.
another-
I mean, could be connected. You could take advices from it, but it would. I mean, your own future and past is your own thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only associated in you with your own universe.
I think that we don't have a time machine now because, quote unquote, church and state are separate, and spirituality isn't a part of science at all, or isn't accepted. Pretty much, it's
Well,
usually discredited.
Yeah.
the other day I was seeing a video from London Times. Let me just link you to it. Let me just get it from my iPad. So it was saying, Graham Hancock had one of his TED Talks banned by TED Talk because apparently it wasn't so real according to them. It was about the war on consciousness. So in that
Oh gosh.
he said that you see there's this faction of science, the one that corporates and most of the world see, and then there's other factions of science that people don't wish to pay attention to because modern science is technically all materialistic. All they want to do is reduce it to materialism. They don't want to consider anything else. They just have their own belief, just like a religion would.
It's because it has to be like physical fact.
Like concrete.
Yeah, but spirituality
That
is more like
and
an experience.
they say, and he said that's a faction of science.
An experiential fact, if you will.
That's what they're trying to make science to be. Just physical.
They want us caught up in the physical realm.
Here it is. Okay, so where is it? Okay, Discord.
Frank, what do you mean?
What's the time limit?
That became kind of like a clone. Okay, here you go, guys.
Reality control.
Why the war on consciousness was banned. Graham Hancock on London Real.
I always get a little bit triggered when they say war on anything because it's like war on drugs, war on terrorism, stuff that.
Okay,
pretty
Frankie's
much
Bunny is
fake.
back. I mean, Takun. Sorry, I still can't resist saying that. Get on, VC. I can cut that part out. Okay, that's the train. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's disturbing.
I don't know if that can happen with astral travel unless, like, I don't know, like Ryan Cropper, like the YouTuber that's really into astral travel. He had something similar to that, I guess, but it wasn't like really a remnant. He was just like seeing himself in the past and talking to himself in the past. But I don't think it really affected the past self of him.
Yeah, probably just give him information or
Yeah.
for his like subconscious, so he could, I guess, fully
Maybe.
understand.
Maybe. Okay, time, remnant, blah blah blah. That's for the effects of time travel. So I was writing something similar on my concept about that. Something kind of similar. Yes, it is going on. It is going on.
I don't think anyone watched.
So what I was like specifying in my theory was that there were like certain timelines. One was the open world timeline, alpha world timeline, beta world timeline, then prophet world timeline. And yes, you could have effects depending on what you bring from another universe, because like I said, dark matter from another universe can affect your own universe with Mandela effect. That's just a theory though. Just a theory. I have only theorized that. I've never claimed that was real.
Yeah, I just know dark matter is extremely dangerous.
And yeah, CERN is a like big digger of that.
You know, they have made something that is as supposedly or almost as dark as a black hole called Vanta Black.
Where did they create it?
I'm not sure, but it's like more like a material or something like that. So if you put it up to something, then it like takes all like the light pretty much around it. They like held it up against other blacks, and it was just so dark that you couldn't even see anything right there, pretty much.
Damn.
Damn. I guess we'll have more things to discuss about Linkin Park in the next stream.
We could talk about Project Bluebeam in the next stream as well, or this one. Left.
Who left?
Oh, that's Chick.
Oh. I muted Trick nonetheless. And awkward silence.
Sorry, I was getting a picture of Vanta Black.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Timeline reality shift. I think we already discussed about that. Okay, not really, but somewhat similar. Anyways, okay, back to that. And we'll get on to Project Bluebeam after that, okay, Kat? Okay, so timeline reality shift. Back to Mandela effect. So here are a couple of theories. So what happens like once every while when you sleep, or once every when a country sleeps, everything kind of gets everything kind of like shifts into a different timeline. Like you wouldn't even notice if you like shifted into a different timeline. You'd start seeing some differences, but they would be like barely noticeable. When you'd be thinking that maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just going mad. Most people just don't pay attention to it. They're like busy with the celebrity and daily life gossips.
I think that could happen if like your body was on a different frequency than what the planet was, or like shifted just a little bit or something like that.
Because yeah, well, remember the skeleton I showed you the other day?
Yeah.
That was creepy.
Yeah, that one of them was taught to me actually back in the third grade, and the other, I'm kind of like confused with it because the hip bone, the hip part, was the most confusing one because I clearly remember that the hip bone, the hip on the right one, was the one I was taught back in school.
Oh yeah, I had didn't have two holes.
It just, yeah.
But I don't know because one of them kind of looks like it's just been made with CGI.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah, the left one. The left one.
The one on the right is just really horrifying. Like I don't know, something about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's really peculiar and weird.
Indeed.
Have you guys seen anything about invisibility cloaks?
Philadelphia experiment.
Isn't that just what Project Bluebeam is with the technology for that?
No, I don't know anything about Bluebeam, so.
I just know it's like they have the technology, like really, really advanced hologram technology. Kind of sketchy.
I mean, yeah, they've been talking about holograms for the last few years, but they've probably been out forever, so.
Yeah.
I've heard teleporters have been out for the longest, but they give you cancer, so they don't use them.
I mean, they have radiation after all.
Yeah, EMF and all that. Fun.
Okay, Frankie boy. The battle for LA. I mean, yeah, Tycoon can talk.
Oh. Whoops.
Lurking.
Well, that's that.
I really like that show, by the way.
Flash.
London Real. If it is a show, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, but you go on. Cat.
Huh? Hello?
Yeah, go on, go on.
Oh, I can't find myself to just like sit down and like watch things. I don't know. It's weird. I didn't really have anything important to say.
Homeschool and public school, there's a major difference, but it's mostly socially.
Yeah.
I mean,
because I know people that have been homeschooled all their lives and they're completely detached from everything. They're super, super shy and they can barely like have a normal conversation about anything.
Yeah.
Even if you ask questions about them, they're just like detached.
I guess that depends on like how their parents do it. Like I don't know, like if they're involved in something else. But yeah, apparently at one point they were gonna make homeschooling like they're trying to get rid of homeschooling completely.
Who? The states?
Yeah.
They make it really hard in some states to allow you to homeschool your child.
I wonder. wonder why that is.
Well, homeschooling is not bad, but at the same time, it's kind of sketchy.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, Frankie boy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd call it sketchy, but
I mean, sketchy is that you can't. I mean, socialization is kind of messed up.
yeah.
But at the same time, you're saving yourself from being bullied because you're vulnerable to being bullied.
And literally suffering.
Yeah.
It all depends on the person being homeschooled as well. Like, if they really want to get out of being in, like, a really socially awkward state of mind, it's all on them.
I'm socially awkward.
Same.
I guess we all are here, mostly. That's why we're even here in the first place.
It's a hard state of mind to escape, isn't it?
I mean, in the first few days in school in America, I was like just quiet, no socialization, just staring, just answering questions at best. I mean, that's the only thing I did.
That's
It- and
I
that-
did.
It wasn't like till like week 2 or 3 that I started like talking to people.
I not really even feel the need to talk to anyone, like, unless it's about something really important, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not like I'm desperately trying to figure out things to talk about. It's kind of pointless. Talking just to breathe.
I mean, what happens to me at school is people randomly come at me and they're like, hey, you know what happened? Hey, this happened. Hey, that girl over there, she's sexy as fuck, you know? I'm trying to hit. And I'm like, dude, I'm just thinking, man, like, dude, this is every day you come to me and you're like, why are you telling me this? Why? Like, why? Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about girls' asses.
And then they
fucking
start
titties and
talking
shit.
about,
Yes, you do, Kenny.
oh my
Low
god.
vibrational.
Then they start talking about, trashy songs like, oh my god, did you hear that the new song came out of Nicki Minaj? Oh my god, did you see that Kim Kardashian got wrapped in Paris?
Oh my god, that's
Oh
so
my-
annoying.
Oh my god,
Got wrapped
did
at
you
one
know
point.
that Beyonce and Jay-Z just had twins?
The Kim Kardashian app just came out. Oh my god.
Ew.
I mean, if you ever ask me anything about the Kardashians, I would just tell you straight in the face that I don't know jack shit about the Kardashians. I don't even know who the fuck they are.
I mean, very, very, very rarely I find like a conversation about something conscious, and I'm like, hell yeah, and then I found out they're like saying like the most ignorant shit. Then I have to like fix the whole conversation. I'm like, no, that's not true. That's not right. This is here, this is there, that's there, blah 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 blah. But then sometimes I find out people that like I like talk to, like in my friend group, like quote unquote friend group, they're actually conscious, and I'm like, wait, you guys never talk about this stuff. What do you mean? So it's like synchronicity or something like that. Just people around you are more than what you think they are sometimes.
Sometimes.
What is it, Tycoon?
Not most times.
Yeah, I'm always the one that like has to bring up those type of conversations. I haven't met.
Every time I bring it up in front of my friends, they always call me stupid. I just try to end the conversation as fast as
No,
possible.
that's just social suicide for me if I bring something up like that.
Like,
Yeah,
I have
Well,
a lot of
I'll-
my friends that follow me on Instagram,
I was just called
and they always like
I mean, I'm
talk shit about me for posting stuff I do.
You should be like, fuck
Really
off.
annoying. I do.
I mean, I was able to talk about it like with only just one friend, and this girl from the side that's started calling us nerds. I'm like, it's something we love talking about. That's all it is.
Something immediately not like social. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
I mean, to me, it's not a pointless conversation to have. so I'll have it. But then like all the other basic school conversations that teenagers have are pretty pointless to me.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Don't they like talk to me about high school problems? They're like cancerous to me.
Oh yeah, that's so annoying. Like, oh my god, I have a 99 point.
Like for example,
nobody cares.
For example, you know the usual gossips that we like. Hey, did you know they leaked one of their nudes? Like, do you want me to like give a fuck about that? What the fuck should I do if they did?
Yeah, I hate dealing with common people.
And yeah, they're like, hey, did you know this guy broke his leg the other day? He was playing basketball or just football. Oh my god, he is such a poor. Okay, that's kind of like I kind of over exaggerate over that.
It's cancer.
But seriously, and school lunch is the worst place.
Oh,
I shit you not. School lunch is the worst place.
Oh, that is like actual cancer.
Like this is what happened. That was okay. So this
cancer
is what
on a tray.
I only went to lunch like once. Like the lunch cafeteria. I just went there once, and I sat with like two of my friends with their friends, and all we were saying is, "I'm gonna whoop your ass bad. I'm gonna whoop your ass bad." And on the other end, my friend was like, "This nigga is gonna whoop your ass. Is gonna get whooped bad. He doesn't know jack shit." Like, that's like so cringy.
It really is. It's just like pointless chatter.
Yes, and back when the fidget spinners came out, I didn't even know they were called fidget spinners. So this one time I called them. So one time I called them. I don't know what are you guys doing with the spinning thingies, and they look at me with a poker face, and they're like, "It's called a fidget spinner." I mean, my reaction was like, "Am I supposed to give a fuck about what they called?"
You should have said that. Oh my gosh. Yo, Othello.
Yeah.
Oh, you just cut out.
When fidget spinners became a thing, I was so confused. I was like, "What is that?" And they're like, "It's a fidget spinner." And they're like, when I asked them, what's the purpose of these things, they're like, "It's for ADHD. It helps me." But like, bitch, you don't have ADHD. What are you talking about?
Everybody.
I mean, it's for people who have like
ADHD.
It's for people who have actual mental illness, like people who suffer from autism or something.
Yeah,
it's not for freaking fun. I mean, the trend of fidget spinners made it so cancerous.
Yeah.
You got people out here using them like Beyblades and shit.
No hell.
Oh, it's thundering outside, and I thought there was a train coming along. Holy shit, it's raining really hard.
It was raining for me today too, but it just stopped.
Yes.
You know what? Let me just let me just be right back and see what's the situation outside.
Oh, you're still flooding.
He's gonna come in soon.
It's gonna come back wet.
Nope, not just wet. So.
Takun says bye, guys. Race is harder. What? Jinx.
That doesn't make sense.
Holy shit, it's really bad outside.
Wait, let me check if it's raining.
What the fucking hell?
We're back.
Race is hard.
Guys. The situation is really, really bad outside. It's thundering constantly.
It's still flooding or what?
Yes, it's flooding. This, I got a flood alarm today. Did you?
When did it start pouring for you?
When it started raining for me?
Yeah.
It's been raining all day, like since evening, like
Oh, damn.
not even evening, afternoon.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Trick, what the hell?
Okay. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning for Newcastle County, Delaware. Active for next 20 minutes. Holy shit. The National Weather Service in Mount Holly, New Jersey has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Newcastle County and blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Northwestern Cumberland County, New Jersey. Salem County in southern New Jersey. Northwestern Gloucester County in southern New Jersey. Oh god. This is getting horrible.
Yeah, it just started like 3 hours ago, maybe.
Yeah, it's getting it's. There's damage reports from Stevensville, MD. How far is that? Whoa, that's really, really bad. Queenstown or Centreville, cop them now. Looking like a bad.
Side comment. Somebody delete this cancer from the group chat.
Who? Who?
What cancer?
The new person that joined.
Oh,
Where?
Oh god.
bag.
Where?
And Kit.
Oh.
It's ugly.
Okay, now I'm having rain phobia. I'm scared of.
Wait,
I'm scared.
Are you,
I'm scared of
yeah.
thunderstorms.
don't be scared and embrace them.
Indeed. Okay, so what were we
I
talking?
can't really tell you how to do that, but
So what were we talking about?
um.
Yeah, high school and shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, okay.
About them gossip and all that.
Yeah, there's also parts of the worst ones, of course. And then there's fighting.
Oh, Lord.
Fighting is more ridiculous. The fights are more ridiculous.
I just tried to exclude myself from like school the entire time.
Yeah.
If there's a fight at my school, the hallways are so small that there's no choice. You have to go to the fight or you're going to get trampled. Everybody's like, fight this way. And then everybody starts running.
I've never been in a fight in my whole life.
I've been in many. Like, way too many.
I mean, everyone so far nice to me. They didn't never go like bully me or anything.
Probably because I'm an asshole to everyone.
Okay, I'm just gonna check the situation again outside because the noises are so loud.
Dude, I can't even hear the rain. I think it stopped actually.
Can't even go on
So
kick.
Damn. Who the hell? Who's this new guy?
Cancer.
Literally.
Holy shit! Those were a lot of thunders. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit.
Real abs? What abs? Where?
You know
Is
what?
this
I need
stream
to
still
get
going
high
on?
on whatever you guys are high on. Just
Should
give
we
me a
end
minute,
it?
I'm gonna get my phone back.
Yeah.
I just hope my phone's still alive. Just gonna get. Yeah, it's there off the charge. Okay, I'm going to go back to the kick chat and see what's going on.
Some guy with fake abs joined. You should kick him.
Yeah, it's literally just a flat chest.
Okay, what? Okay. What's this?
He is very unattractive.
That's
I
coming
mean, I
from a
wouldn't.
shirt.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I wouldn't expect you to think he's attractive.
Who the fuck? What? Okay, what's with this guy?
Big ass.
What the fuck?
Is this stream still going on? I think we need to end it.
We really need to.
It's not fake abs. It's just no abs. That's what it is.
He doesn't even have any abs, dude.
There's like a little bit, but it's like, come on, bro. He's like embarrassing just to show that off.
Okay, so let's end it off with a topic.
Oh, it's still going?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it. Okay.
Bruh.
Okay. So the last thing we want to talk about as we end it is
I think we pretty much covered it all.
we've pretty much covered most of our topics, but at the same time, we need
Yes, sir. And Astral Projection, time travel, Mandela.
D-wave,
Well, we don't need to go into Mandela.
D-wave for D-wave.
Wouldn't Mandela effect be time reality shift?
Yeah. Can't.
Yes.
And also let's talk about the D-wave.
D-wave. What is that?
You guys don't know?
Mm-mm.
Kenny, do you know what's the D-wave?
No.
Of course Kenny doesn't know. He's airborne cancer.
Rude.
Completely
Just
rude.
kidding. It's a joke.
Okay, so D-Wave is a company, it's actually a quantum computing company in British Columbia, where Trick lives.
So what about
That's Canada, right?
So, yeah, they're a private held company, and they've been around for just recently. I mean, they're as old as I am. They were founded in 1999.
Okay, what about them?
Allegedly, they're controlling our atmosphere, and also
Harp.
they're also responsible for mind control as well. Yes, Takun.
What?
But and
I'm very confused.
I know why she's going, why she's kind of pissed. I know.
What happened? Oh.
Okay, she's not pissed. She's
The
yeah.
fact that you found that. Oh my god.
No, they did call her Frankie's, weren't they? Okay, anyways, back to the D-Wave. So yeah, it's kind of responsible for our mind manipulative state and such. Well, that's what I heard. I mean, quantum computing could essentially be a part of our microchipped, part of the microchip population. It could be a mind control manifestation.
Oh god.
I guess that's
Ultra.
yeah. It's related to MK Ultra, but way more advanced.
What do you think? Project. Well, that's not Project of Mine. What do you think? Smart Dust would be under.
Smart what?
Smart Dust. And like chemtrails and all that.
That would be, it would be way worse. Things are gonna get really worse. I mean, with chips coming out, basically being implanted into our bodies, it's going to be way worse. Even advanced technology is gonna affect.
Well, they already have those.
I mean, they do, but the thing is, as technology advances even more, it's gonna get way worse. Our vibrations are gonna get down to a point where we're gonna have to like.
It's literally just gonna be a realm of suffering.
Yeah,
But we're not gonna let it get to that.
Well, kind of. I mean, we're kind of gonna be even more dumb. We're gonna start off dumb. I mean, the next generation might start, just start off dumb, because of their vibrations. They might, get, how they say the millennials are the most depressed generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next generation is gonna be even more depressed.
I don't even think we're the millennials, are we? I think we're like.
I mean, I'm a millennial.
Generation X or whatever that shit is.
I mean, millennials are people who were born from the year 1980s to 2000s. So
so they say.
2000. So most of us, or some of us here, are millennials.
As if it even.
I mean, I'm a millennial.
Personally, I don't think the year matters. It's just like what kind of family you grow up in, pretty much.
That's just another label, though.
It's okay, Tycoon. We don't mind. I guess that's all that was there for the discussion today. If you did stick with us this long, then thank you. Stay tuned for our next stream, which is probably going to take place next week or sometime in the future. At the moment, I'm just going to, make a base and hide there till the rain stops. Okay, yeah, Isaac went missing.
Yeah, Isaac died.
Anyways, thank you guys. And infinite love and peace.
Peace.
Indeed. Everyone's. Yeah. Well, gonna end it.